Washington, D.C. isn't the solution, it's the problem. Liberty is being assaulted at every turn, while Congress buries us in debt. The Founding Fathers knew this might happen. Article 5 of the Constitution gives the states the power to stop a runaway federal government, a convention of states to amend the Constitution. It's the only solution as big as the problem. It's time to stand up, speak up, and show up. Join us at conventionofstates.com. I don't care what people say in writing. I don't care what's on their website. I don't care how many sniper little articles they write. You tell me what they've done that's been effective to protect liberty in this country that actually matters. Then I'll respect it. I have no time for people who just ride over. What have they done? You know them. What have they done? Tell me one thing that any of those groups have done.
I don't know. I just made the statement that...
Well, you know something about it. Do you? I mean, most people would, if you're going to say we should listen to those people, you should know one thing at least that they've done. Well, do you know one thing?
They're supporters of the Constitution. They teach the Constitution.
Okay.
The American Policy Center is very strong against Agenda 21, the UN coming in and putting smart meters in and some of the sustainable development and all that stuff.
Who's defeated the UN treaties in the Senate? Me. They weren't there. If they want to write articles about Agenda 21, Agenda 21 is a little teeny tiny part of the UN agenda. That is such a minuscule thing. It's important, but if you understand the UN agenda, you will understand it is a lot bigger and broader than any of those things. And you need to understand Article 38 of the International Court of Justice rules and how customary international law is being used by the federal courts today to impose international law from treaties that we've never ratified. Agenda 21, that is child's play.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
And the hope that each of us has to build a new world order.
A new world order is coming into being.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
What is the Bohemian Grove? Well, it's a kind of summer camp for the powerful.
Among its members, political figures like Gerald Ford, President Reagan, Vice President Bush, Richard Nixon is a Bohemian. Each year, guests like Henry Kissinger or Zbigniew Brzezinski address members on their areas of expertise.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine
By the military-industrial complex.
Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
We can find meaning and reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves. A shining purpose the illumination of 1,000 points of light.
No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. The quest for the new world order is in part a challenge to keep the dangers of disorder at bay.
We were interested today to hear that more than 100 law enforcement officials in Mexico are having microchips implanted in their arms. The chips allow a person to be scanned, sort of like a cereal box at the supermarket checkout.
I think the most important thing is for Barack Obama.
I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created.
I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
But the burdens of global citizenship continue to bind us together. In this new century, Americans and Europeans alike will be required to do more, not less. Partnership and cooperation among nations is not a choice.
You know, there is such a thing as insidious influence. Does it involve bribery? And does it involve some sort of psychological domination of individuals?
But what does a new world order mean for countries like ours?
A new world order.
No world order that elevates one nation or group of people over another will succeed.
It's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
The whole concept of New World Order is something else. It really says that the state is God.
You take the roots of that organization and you find out that they created in all of the British dependencies what they call round table groups. Then around those little round table groups they created front groups.
We're getting to two levels of government here. One level of government where we have checks and balances, and a higher level of COG government where the constitutional authorities are not allowed to go.
The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
This is the third leg of the New World Order.
The Blessed Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam declared, every prophet warned his people about the Antichrist, about Dajjal, the false Messiah. And the prophet Noah warned his people. But I say to you something that none ever said before. The Antichrist sees with one eye, his left eye. He's blind in the right eye. It looks like a bulging great. But your Lord is not one eye.